We love meeting authors on GDS. Tonight we're introducing you to Bear Murray to chat about his new book, Fractured Foundations, How Historical Events Silenced the Nation. Bear, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for having me very much.
So tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write this book.
Well, a little bit of a historian, a little bit of a sentimental person that holds a lot of family memories. I was stricken with polio as an infant, and so I grew up being raised mostly by my grandmother and heard all the family stories. But I realized that today we're very largely disconnected as a national community, and I've looked through history at events that caused it. So I was inspired for years, but it took a long time to really do the research and find the voice to put it together.
So tell me a little bit about what readers are going to get when they start reading your book. What's it really about?
Well, I think people often ask themselves, how did we get here? Or, hey, it's not like when I grew up, or, this is not my father's, world, or that sort of thing. But I don't think very many people understand or put the elements together. And that's what Fractured Foundations has done. I have taken the last 100 years of American history, beginning with World War I, and come forward and demonstrated how each seismic event has affected not only the individual, not only their family, but the communities in which they lived, and how, as we've transitioned from one event to the next through history, it has altered our culture to where today we're very disconnected. Now, the beauty of, or at least I hope, the beauty of what Fractured Foundations does is it doesn't just give us a look at history and say, oh, woe is us, this is what happened, but it demonstrates that a new pathway forward actually does exist. And I give people the hope, the intention is to give people the hope by sharing things that they can all identify with that are relatively recent in history, that shows how culture has been changed. For example, a lot of people are unaware that the first DWI laws were not passed in America until the mid-70s. And it was the mid-80s before anybody began to really suffer any communal consequences for driving drunk. Yet today, our culture as a whole looks at that as just absolutely unacceptable. Seat belts, for example, go to the 1990s. Most Americans refused to wear seat belts. But today, it would strike us all as odd if we got in a car with somebody and they didn't put on a seatbelt. So culturally, we can change things. But the greatest challenge in front of us today is our communal disconnection. And the digital age has made it even worse. So in the book, I give people some hope and some suggestions as to how we might reconnect, beginning in the home and spread through our local communities, and eventually, and not that it would take that long, but we can actually change our national culture to be less disconnected.
So where can we reach out to you for speaking engagements and to get more information about your book?
The book can be found at bearmurraybooks.com, and to book me for a speaking engagement is bearmurrayspeaks.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate being with you today, Michelle, and I thank you very much for this opportunity. And the book can be found on Amazon and other platforms, and just a pleasure to share with you today.
Thank you. We are headed to Hangry Joe's next for another Hangry Challenge with one of our favorite GDS regulars. We'll be right back.